It amazes me the level of reality these people are pushed into. They think they can do whatever they want. They think they can get away with whatever they want, and they think we say nothing. Well, obviously the Republicans say nothing because they're nothing but political whores for Donald Trump, and they're still hoping, praying that somehow Donald Trump will pick them to become their next running mate for the next election, which probably is never going to happen, which probably should never happen. But it just amazes me that if you're not with Trump, or if you don't, or if you disrespect Trump in some way, that somehow you're on the shit list. Well, unfortunately, Mitch McConnell is on the shit list now. Reading from Truth Social, well, one of his Truth Social posts from September 30th, is McConnell approving all these trillions of dollars worth of Democrat-sponsored bills without even the slightest bit of negotiation because he hates Donald Trump and he knows I'm strongly opposed to them? Or is he doing it because he believes the fake, highly destructive Green New Deal and is willing to take the country down with them? In any case, either reason is unacceptable. He must have a death wish, all in capitals. He must have a death wish. Must immediately seek help and advice from his China-loving wife, Coco Chow. So we got an idiotic statement. We have a death threat, and we have racism in one post. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not defending Mitch McConnell. He's a scumbag, and I can attest to this personally. I lived in Kentucky most of my young life, at the time that he was senator. Not once has he made life better for the citizens of Kentucky. Not once. Not once. Streets are still paved with potholes. Highways are still breaking down. The practical things, the small things that people like him should be able to fix. Schools aren't being updated. The small things, which turn into the big things when the Republican Party wants to talk about them. But now they don't want to talk about them. So I am not protecting Mitch McConnell. I'm not defending Mitch McConnell or his wife because she's a scumbag too. But honestly, this should show everyone how incredibly destructive Donald Trump is. First things first, one, Donald Trump needs to learn a simple lesson that it's not all about him. Because he's doing this without the slightest bit of negotiation because he hates Donald Trump and he opposes blah 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 blah. It's not about you, Trump. You're no longer the president of the United States. And if it were up to me, you would never become president of the United States again because your dumbass would be in prison. It's not about you. And apparently, you weren't taught that lesson when you were a kid. You weren't taught that lesson when daddy lended you the money to create the business. And you definitely weren't taught that when you became president of the United States. It's not about you, Trump. The world don't revolve over Donald J. Trump. I'm sorry, but as much as you wanted to, it doesn't. In your opinion about the Green Deal, where's your evidence that it's destructive? Or are you going off of what Mary Jean Taylor Greene has said when she's trying to impeach Joe Biden because of whatever the hell she said about it, saying that America will die in darkness because of solar panels or whatever the crap she said. And as for you saying that he has a death wish, words do have power. Maybe you didn't learn that lesson on January 6th, but you're learning it now. Every single step of evidence you keep talking about should show you, at the very least, that words have power in the hands of people like you, and more to the point, in the ears of idiotic Trumpers, one of which is harassing me on Facebook right now. Now, I'm not going to use his name or anything else because whatever. Who's so incredibly stupid to think to the point where he's saying that January 6th didn't happen or January 6th happened. It's because of the Democrats engineering it. Whatever. That's another video for another time. But when you keep pushing people, like people who hacked the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, like this, saying that senators like McConnell have a death wish, sooner or later, one of these ignorant Trump idiots is going to pull the trigger on that. And I do mean pull the trigger. Because we already saw what happened on January 6th, and now, again, this is a video for later, 5 members of the Oath Keepers, including its leader, the one-eyed wannabe, Nick Fury wannabe, are going to trial, and they are going to prison. That, again, that's a video for later. But asking for advice and help from his China-loving wife, Coco Chow, we know that Donald Trump is a fucking racist. We know this, and more to the point, we know that he likes to make up nicknames for people. He does this with everybody he hates. We know but seriously, Trump, one, you're a racist, and two, what the hell are you, 5 years old? Are you 5? Grow up and act your goddamn age, you sick bastard. You're not going to be president again. If it were up to me right now, you would be on trial right next to the Oath Keepers for seditious conspiracy. Because all the evidence revolves around you. If that's the case, you think that the world revolves around you, you got the wrong lesson, pal. The fact is this. You keep screaming like this, and you keep and hollering like this, you're going to say the wrong thing at the wrong time to the wrong people. And no, you're not, and I'm not threatening you with violence or anything, but you're obviously threatening people with violence. My beef with all of this, obviously, is on the Republican Party. That's my main beef with all of this. Because the Republican Party is so quick and so incredibly, they pretty much jerk off every time Joe Biden says something or Kamala Harris says something. But they won't say anything about what Donald Trump has done or Donald Trump is doing. Again, maybe they're doing it because of some misguided loyalty to him, or maybe they think they can get something from him, like their endorsement, or maybe, just maybe, they're wondering, please, Trump, I won't say a word bad about you. I won't say anything about you. Just pick me for your running mate. Please, Lord Trump. Please, my Lord Trump, please. If that's the case, that's really pathetic. That is pathetic. We have a guy in this one truth, this one treat, whatever the crap he's calling them, calling for violence against American citizens. Racism against American citizens. And the Republican Party, the party of Lincoln, the party of freedom, the party of unity, my fucking ass, won't do anything to condemn this. Not a surprise. Not a surprise. But Trump keeps doing what he does, and people like you, Republicans, Trumpers, are going to just lap it up, eat it up, say nothing, and one day or the other, you're going to cross a very dangerous line. And Trump is not going to help you. More on the Oath Keepers in my next video. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left. Justice to the right.